Hello guys, this is Anish here with another tutorial, and this is on how to create a very good render with good color correction and good depth of field and stuff like that. And I'll be going into further details later, like how to key the sky and like replace it with a cool background image or something, and how to make cool effects with lighting. Well, I'll just go through this picture. So there's depth of field here, and it's kind of focusing here. I didn't do the depth of field very well, but yeah, you can see kind of that it's focusing in this area. It's kind of sensitive depth of field on Adobe After Effects because the 3D channel extract is kind of weird in a way. So let's now get to the tutorial. So I'm gonna go through a lot of things for a good render. I think maybe better than Captain Sparkles. Well, as good as Captain Sparkles, you can't really get better because he's whatever. So let's load in a set. Watch my importing tutorial. Oh, and by the way, Animations Minecraft is a person who kind of requested for this tutorial. So I'll put his channel link in the description. He has a lot of cool animations, and one of his animations made me actually laugh, which is very good because silent animations are kind of difficult. Well, it wasn't silent, but without talking is well. Never mind. You get the picture. So let's get a set. Let's find a place to render something. I'm gonna also go through motion blur for your animations, but for now I'm going to do just render a picture, but I'll go through motion blur right now actually. So let's get some motion blur from here. Okay, so let's get a camera and go into the camera views by clicking this, and if I remember right, okay. So now we need to get motion blur, so click here, oh no, effects, vector motion blur, and go under, you want to group everything into one null, so select everything, just put it into one null, so group objects, which is this, and into one null, and then you should have one null here, right click, and motion blur. And now let's add some keyframes to demonstrate the motion blur. Let's rotate it a bit, 60 degrees, negative 60. And in between we should have some motion blur going. So we need to hit this render, not the other render, because it doesn't do motion blur for some reason, so we need this render. So it's now calculating it. Okay, so we have motion blur. Render time is slightly higher. There's another way of doing it, but it uses the physical render, which is kinda, can't really explain it, but the render time is a lot more, so don't use that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go through camera vibrations. Well, not very vibrations, but some cool things to use. So under tags, the vibrate tag, click on it, and if you enable the position and set it at 5, 5, and 5, it looks, and you hit play, it looks as if someone's holding the camera for you. So if I hit play, oh, we need to move this out and then move this back in. Now if you hit play, whatever, I'll show you how to move it later. So you see it's kind of moving like someone's holding it, and it'll be good for when you're like close up and you're like, well, I can't really explain, but they use it a lot in movies and stuff, so I don't know really. So a way to now move it is you go under animation, drag in your camera over here, just drag it in like that. It's already here, so go under functions. Oops, what did I do? Whatever, just go under functions, bake objects. Make sure you have your camera selected and then bake objects and to what frame you want, and then press OK, and then it should have done that. And I'll go back to start up and hit play. Delete the vibrate tag and hit play, and it should work without the vibration tag, and you should be able to move it while doing stuff like that, and it should move like that. Yeah, you can delete the tags here and stuff. I don't know how to really work with it, but it's normally used when you're in one place, when the camera is in one place, so you wouldn't be moving the camera a lot. So yeah, now we'll be going into render settings and how to get that cool render. So as you can see right now, if I render, it's kinda grayish looking, not grayish looking but darkish looking. So the first good lighting is a physical sky, and now when you render it looks kinda better, shadows and stuff. And now let's add some global illumination, which is what you should use in all animations, because it makes lighting reflect off each other like lights, and it'll light up dark areas so it doesn't look kinda unrealistic and stuff. Well, I can't really explain it, but it makes everything look realistic. So go on effects and add color correction and change it to like whatever you like. So now when you hit render, oops, I hit this render because I increased the color correction, so you should see that I increased the saturation, so you should see that the grass is kind of brighter and all the colors are brighter as in more colorful, I guess. So you get this cool look to it now. And if you decrease the color correction like so and render, it should be a bit darker. So if I set this as A and set this as B, we should have this thing over here, and we can go through it and see what the difference is. So you see this part that's being rendered a little, you can see there's a color difference, a big color difference. So I always bump up the saturation to make it look nicer. And by the way, you should have motion blur in all your animations really, but depends on what you want. It just makes it look a lot cooler and looks like you have a higher FPS for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, so that's how you get these cool render settings. So I'm gonna get a render. Okay, let me go through the RPF format now. So we have our render settings now. So good quality render would be 1280 by 720, and I'm gonna make it a current frame because it's just a picture for now. I'm gonna name it test on the desktop, save, make it RPF for 3D data, because we'll be importing it to Adobe After Effects, and we'll be adding some fog and stuff, depth of field and stuff like that. And okay, so let me render it now. Good place to render would be somewhere like this, I guess, something like this. Okay, so I'll be right back when it stops. And by the way, one quick thing is, say you're not happy with the sky, you can actually change it to Adobe After Effects by key light. I'll be going into that tutorial later, and you can actually make, you know, the Slammer Cow earthbending video. I might put that in the description also. The sky, the first thing you see is the sky, like it's so bright that it's causing like a sort of bluish look. So I'll be making a tutorial like that to make something like that over here, and I'll be also going through the particles because he made that in Adobe After Effects also. The particles just emitting out like around the area, and he can just increase the contrast, decrease the contrast and color correction, and then a little bit of fog and motion blur. So that's all he did really. So it's actually pretty simple what it does, and I admire him for that. The render is kind of, well, anyway, let's go into Adobe After Effects. So CS6. Let's load in the thing, which is this. I hope, no, not this, this one. Okay, so we have it. No, it's not that one, it's this one. Come on, Lord. Wow. Okay, so we have it now. So drag it onto this thingy over here. Just drag it onto it. And let's add the depth of field. So type here 3D channel, and then you should have this here. Just drag it onto your picture, and you should see the RPF format now working over here. So it should like have done something like this. So looks pretty cool. Command D to duplicate this layer over here, and then now delete this on the first one, just delete it, and now get the lens blur. So just type lens, grab that onto that, click on the, just load this one, the second one we made, and just load it there onto this one on the blur map, and now mess with this to find the correct thing, correct blur, depth of field. So we wanted to focus on this flower over here, so let's blur the trees in the background. Oh, it's horrible because I'm recording. It's kind of slow. As you can see, it slowly blurs, like, yeah. So this is good. It's kind of focusing on this area here. Now let's add some color correction. So hue, just type in hue, and saturation, and then if you increase this, it increases the color. If you decrease this, decreases it, and if you just do this, yeah, it looks pretty cool. This looks green and nice, like the old Minecraft where actually, wait, never mind. You can even change this to bluish or whatever. Oh wait, yeah, you can change this. So now it looks like a more, actually that looks pretty cool, like it's the afternoon. But I'll keep it at a green look. So now what was I going to do? Wow, I forgot. How could I forget? Be right back. Fog. So select this, effects, and fog 3D. And I've been having some problems using this because for some reason it's kind of too sensitive, and when I work with this, oops. Yeah, so you can see the fog's kind of coming in now. The cool thing is that with this 3D RPF format, it does this all automatically, and you can like just, wow, it's pretty cool. Wow, it's amazing. So let's decrease decrease it because it's negative. Wow. Yeah, my computer is lagging because of the recording. Let's just change it to like -9,000 or something. Okay, that looks good. I guess it's okay. Oh, what is this cut thingy here? Wow. Okay, never mind. So So that, okay, never mind, I'll do it later, fix it later. So let's render it. So go under composition, save, wait, okay, save frame as file and save it to the desktop or whatever. And yeah, so now click render, and now we want to change the format to JPEG. I don't know how to just change it automatically, but just change it to JPEG and load it as preview. Oh my god, what is that? Oh, I know why. It's because if I show you, this has, it is like this. So you need to model your own flower so that it doesn't have like something like this. Just model it like cubes. So I was thinking, well, no, why? Even the grass, make your own grass. But everything else is fine. This is a bad render because of the fog, but previously it was going well. I don't know. Well, never mind. So hope you enjoy this tutorial. This is how you make Slam account render settings. And yeah, so you'll probably, this is probably one of the best render settings for Minecraft animations, I guess. I don't know, but it is pretty cool how these softwares work together. So I hope you enjoyed, and bye.